Right, hi everybody and welcome to Lundy's Wild Camp Stroke Bushcraft. As you can see, I've got laid out in front of me the main tools that I have for when I go out camping. Obviously not all at the same time. This is a continued video on from when I got me Bergen out and showed you what kind of kit I take on a winter camp. And I said I would break it down into individual videos for clothing, tools, camera kit, etc. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at tools. So what I'm going to do again on this video, I'll break it down so we haven't got too much clutter on the bench at one go. We'll look at the knives first, then we'll look at the saws, then we'll look at the axes, and then we'll look at the smaller tools that I take as well, which I mostly have on my belt or around my neck. Okay then, so I'll get sorted and I'll bring you back. Okay, and so first section that we've got is the 4 knives that I use. One's a neck knife and 3 main bushcraft knives. Starting on the left hand side, the main knife is a MSK1 knife system. Then we have a handcrafted knife made by the Northumbrian, my friend Chris. That is called the Cecil. And then the orange my Kodak handle is a woodsman knife, also designed and made by Chris the Northumbrian. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll look at each individual knife on its own. So in front of you can see here we've got the MSK1 knife system. Okay, the main knife and the neck knife. The main knife comes with a sheath, which can be either just the Kydex sheath on its own. This all strips off with screws and everything. I'm not going to go into great detail about everything on here, okay, because there is a video out for it, so I will put a link up above, okay. But you can have different setups on here with your sheath system. The main knife is just a beast, like it's absolutely massive, like. So the blades like 5.6 inches. The overall length's 11.3 inches. It weighs 15 ounces. Okay, inside the handle it has a nice survival system in it. Okay, but this one is great. It's, if you take this out and you're only chopping small trees about that thick, you don't need an axe or anything. Just take this out. That's the whole idea of it. But anyway, there's a main video on this. I'll check the link up below and up above on the screen and in the description if you're interested in looking at all the bits of kit inside. Okay, the neck knife, you see me use this on just about every single video that I do in the woods. Okay, it's always with us all the time. Absolutely a beautiful bit of kit, this. Okay, and they're all full tang as well. Okay, it's just a work of art. I'm just going to briefly do this because I don't really want to go into great detail. Okay, and the cordage itself has a survival system in it as well. Okay, which is also in the main video for this. So that's the MSK1 knife system that I use. Right, so the next knife that we've got, a quick look at this one. This is made by CR Blades, which is my friend Chris. His channel is also the Northumbrian on YouTube, so if you want to check that out, that's great. Okay, so this is the Cecil. Okay, this was designed and made in 2018. It is a 01 steel and it's 4 mils thick. Okay, it has a white oak handle. It's a full tan. Okay, and it is a work of art. Like, I love it. It feels really good in my hand, right? It's nice little. I've totally abused it. Like, I've done loads of battening with it, everything. It's great actually for doing little bits of carving and all that as well. Food prep, everything. I just love everything about it. It's really nice. It's easy to keep sharp as well. Okay, as you can see, it's a beautiful knife. There's only one slight little bit of damage that I've done to the top of the handle here. But this part on the back of the handle is great as well. Keeps your fingers there if you want to extend it a bit, just for when you're doing a bit of chopping with it, which you would have seen us doing on certain videos. Okay, quick look at the sheath now. This is a drop sheath. sorry, a dangler. It's got a dangler sheath. Also on the back you have a belt loop here as well, so you can just take the dangler off and have it on the belt if you want. It's got about 7 different layers of leather in it to give it its nice weaved look. I'll just show that a bit closer. It's absolutely great. Great leather work that he's done on it as well. Okay, and what I like about this as well is when it's on me hip, if I'm walking around the woods and I see people coming up, this whole knife just fits in my pocket lovely as well, so it's hidden out the way and it's still attached to my hip at the same time. Okay, absolutely brilliant. Right, so the next knife that you see in front of you, this one is called the Woodsman, also designed and made by Chris the Northumbrian, CR Blades. So basically the blade itself is 5 inches, okay, the overall is a 9.5 inches long. It's a 4mm blade with it's D2 steel with 8mm Corby bolts, which is these here. Obviously I've got all this writing down in front of us, okay, with lanyard tubing. It's a Kayata scales, orange liners, and it has a Kydex sheath, which is what I wanted, okay. Tekalock belt clip on the back of it as well, okay. Now that is really good. It comes with little spacers and all that as well. Obviously you just move that back, press them in, and then it comes part. Slide this down the back of your belt, click it over, clicks in, push that down, locks it in place. Okay, great little sheath. I wanted this design. Chris wasn't really happy with doing it, but this is what I wanted. And also this goes at the front, so it goes across this sideways on my waist. Okay, but this knife is just a work of art. Obviously it needs a bit of maintenance done to it. Since the last time I used it, I've never cleaned it properly. Okay, but it's a beast. Again, love it. It is everything that I wanted, and I love the handle as well on it. Okay, so that is the Huntsman knife. I think someone else has just had one made, but it's got a black mica handle on it. But anyway, that's the Huntsman. Right, here we are. Main 2 axes that I use was both made by Hulfort. I think I've pronounced that correct. If I haven't, I apologise. This one here is the Mini. I recently purchased this a couple of months ago. Basically more for to do when I'm doing me carving and things as well, doing work like that, but also I don't want to be lumbering a big heavy one out and about all the time when I'm going for longer walks, and this one does a great job at all the chopping tasks that I need when I'm out and about. Retail price for about £8-9, which is quite expensive, but you're paying for quality. Okay, got a great leather sheath on it as well. So basically that's that one. This one here is the Hulfort Classic. I've had this for a few years. This has been proper used and abused. It's a great bit of work done to it. I've used it for hammering, chopping, all sorts of stuff. Okay, it's just a fantastic bits of kit, the pair of them. Yeah, there is other options out there which are like a quarter of the price, but are they going to last you a lifetime? Possibly not. Okay, but anyway, that's just a quick look at the axes, and we'll move on to the 2 saws. Right, so moving on to the saws now. So as you can see, we have the traditional backhoe Laplander saw. Absolutely brilliant saw, cheap as chips as well, getting for about 20 quid. Okay, they don't come with a sheath though, they just come on their own. That's a separate purchase. Just press the button, open it up. Obviously this is squeaky because it's dirty and it needs oiled a little bit on the inside, but it's about 8.5 inch blade. Okay, so it's absolutely a cracking little saw, and it cuts on the pull stroke, I believe. All right, I just love it. It's cheap, it's reliable, the blades last a long time, and you can replace the blade as well, or just buy the whole system again brand new. Okay, The sheath itself, I think I bought this from the Bushcraft store, sorry, which is ideal. A lot of people just put them in their pockets, but I like it on my belt. Alright, let's fit that in, put it on, happy days. You're not going to lose it then, are you? Right, moving on from there, this is the Boreal 21 bow saw. Okay, now you can't buy proper packs to put it in, it carries all your spare blades, blah blah blah. I use the old 10 pole bag, alright, just to keep it from dirtying anything inside my pack. Okay, so this in any weight, these are quite expensive. I think at about £60–70, so it is an expensive bit of kit, but it's nice, light, and it goes nice and compact. Just to open it up, what you do is open the handle up, grab a hold of the black bit. Okay, the thing I like about this as well, for the safety factor, is you never have to touch the actual blade itself. You just open it up, and you can see the top bit falls down. It's got a slight little groove on here that fits onto the handle, and you just pull it, clicks in tight, and that's your saw. Alright, so obviously Boreal 21, it's a 21-inch blade. Okay, these blades here are cheap ones I bought off the eBay for about £4.99 each. Okay, they do the job. You buy them from Boreal 21, I think they're about £18–20, but they are a higher standard blade and they will probably last you a lot longer. I'm just a cheapskate when it comes to the blades, even though I've spent a fortune on axes and knives. Alright, absolutely excellent bit of kit. Would never leave home without it. Alright, absolutely love it. Yeah, but as you can see, you pay for what you get, and I've had this a few years now, and obviously it's got a lot of little dents on the metalwork and things, but other than that, happy days. Like, just needs a bit of a clean. But that's my two saws. Last two bits of kit. These two bits are always on my belt all the time when I go out. Okay, so just a quick look at this, which is a DC4 sharpening stone. Okay, with a holder. It is what it is. It sharpens my knife, gives it a little bit of time to do a little bit of sharpening if I'm out and about. 9 times out of 10 I won't really do that unless I've really done something wrong to my knife or my axe even. But I would also take a small strop out with this just to give a bit of fine tuning on my blades. And obviously my ferro rod and striker attaches to the side there. It's got a nice little belt loop on the side, so all two items stuck on my belt, out of the way, and always ready for us to use. This one here is a purchase I'd done. I just fancied one, so I went and got a one. It's a Leverman, and it's the Blast. It's the original one. I think there's a Blast 2 out now as well. I've used this, but not really on camera much. I just bought it because I wanted one really. But the saw is amazing. The knife is razor sharp. It has scissors on it, screwdriver, bottle opener, tin opener. It's got a small little tool on here. I haven't got a clue what that's for. Like, it's a very fine screwdriver, another screwdriver there, and a larger screwdriver. Okay, and a pair of pliers obviously, and then ruler on the side. Okay, now like I say, I have used it and abused it a few times, but not really much. And it's also got a file there, sorry. Okay, all just clips in nicely. Mind your fingers, germs, so you don't cut them. It's lockable as well, so obviously it's a lock knife in it really, so you should be walking around the streets with it on your hip. And the handles just come in like that. But if you want to use this as a main ruler for measuring anything when you're out and about, it's got a ruler going all the way along the top. Okay, that comes in a nice leather carrier case. It was cheap, like I can't remember. I think it was about 30 quid or something, 30–40 quid maximum. That's all I paid for it, but it was something I wanted, and it has come in handy even around the house actually, to be honest. But anyway, that's the last of my tools. That's a quick look at the different types of tools that I use. Just a quick one though, if I went tent camping on its own, I would only take my multi-tool with us. okay. But this is my selection of my main tools that I've built up over the years, okay. Obviously I've got other bits and pieces in the shed that I would never even think about taking out as well now. I've got like proper zombie killer knives and everything, alright. But just one thing I'd like to say though, on a quick note, is you don't have to go out and spend absolutely tons of money on knives, saws and axes, okay. Apologise. If you're starting out, look at your Mora knives, okay. Obviously the backhoe Laplander saw, 20 quid, that's going to last you a long time then, okay. So that would be the one preference I would tell you to definitely go and buy, alright. It is an amazing bit of kit, but you don't need to go out and spend £500 and £150 and £300 and things on knives and £100 and odd on an axe. If you're just starting out, get yourself down to B&Q and things, alright. You can pick up some brilliant bargains that'll get you started, alright. And then as you progress through your skills, then look at purchasing something that's a bit more expensive, alright. But that's down to each individual, alright. This isn't a video to tell you that you should go out and buy this, that and the other. These are the things that I like to use. But anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. If you've got any questions about any individual bit of kit, please leave that in the comments as well. I'll try and answer every question I can for you, okay. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button, alright. I'll leave some links in the description about the MSK knife system, so you can go and watch that video, okay. That'll show you more details about the inner parts of the knife. And that's it then. So thank you for watching. I'll catch you on the next one, hopefully in the woods.